Now, you've seen the title of this video, and I know a lot of you, first thing you're going to think is, this is cheating. But what if I told you most people quit the gym before they see results? So I wondered what would happen if I let ChatGPT decide my workout, decide my calorie deficit on this cut. So welcome to week 1 of letting ChatGPT decide my diet on this cut. So at the end of today, we had 2.297 calories, so just under 2.3k calories, which is a lot for this deficit. However, we ended up doing just under 16k steps. We got 15,932 steps. We burnt a total of 2.8 calories from walking alone. That does not include my gym, and that does not include my sleep. So we're still in a deficit, even though we've had 2.3k calories. Now we're also going to include these stats on screen. We had 147.7 grams of protein, which doesn't seem like much, but for my weight, it is good. It is where we want to be. Fiber, we're a bit under. We only hit 20 grams of fiber yesterday. Salt, we had 6.14 grams. However, we also took 2 electrolyte tablets a day, one before gym and one after the sauna, which also has sodium in it, so my sodium intake will be back up. We had 74.9 grams of fat, way too much. We know where we went wrong, and that was too much peanut butter when we started the morning off in our oats. We are learning along the way. We're going to mess up some days, and without making these mistakes, we're not going to learn from them. So now that I've done it, we can move on. We don't need to stress about it and not make the same mistake again. We had 250 grams of carbs, which I believe is good according to ChatGPT. So our macros are 150 grams of protein, so we were under that by 3 kg. That's fine. 60 to 65 grams of fat, so today we had 75, I believe it was, just under 75, which is too much, so we need to cut that down. We know where we went wrong, where we've learned from it. Carbs is the rest, so carbs we're good on today. So today has been a good day. We've ate 2.3k calories. We've burnt 2.8 from walking without including gym and without including sleep. So we're on track for getting lean. The only thing that could go wrong in the next couple of days is my transitions from working days to working nights, which I was on about earlier. And that's just because first couple of days my sleeping pattern's going to be a bit rough. I'm not going to get full recovery, and my stress levels are going to rise, and my hormones and my body is going to change and adapt. In the next video I will film. We may not change much on the scales for that reason. However, we should lose maximum of half a kilo if this goes to plan. Alright, so we are just going to do a quick morning weigh-in. Yesterday we were 71.55 kg. This morning, what are we at? Fuck off, there's no way. We're at 70 kilos now. I haven't been at that weight since 2 years ago. I think when I first started my gym journey, I started off at 67 kilos. Not a good number because I hate that number now. And then the last time I weighed myself when I was going to the gym at that point, I was 68 kilos. Wow, we have definitely lost a lot of weight. Alright, so one thing I've just tried to do, or I've just done before I try to get to sleep, is I've just sent ChatGPT the morning weigh-in. Now, every time you weigh yourself, we will send them a morning weigh-in. ChatGPT is saying that gaining weight is more than likely going to be water retention for one, sleep stress, sodium change, and digestion changes. So even though we may put on weight over the next week, it's not anything to worry about fat loss wise. It's generally just my body adapting to the night shifts. So where do we go from here? Because we're at 70 kilos now. We may only have 3 or 4 kilos left to drop. May not even need to drop that much. It may just be bulking out our abs, hitting those 3 times a week just to get those to come through now. But yeah, ChatGPT saying the same. We're not actually far off our goal. According to ChatGPT, we only have 1 to 2.5 kilos left to lose. So where are we going from here? Calorie average, 2,050 to 2.150, 80 to 90k steps a week. So we're looking at about 12k steps a day. Train 3 to 4 times a week. Like I was saying earlier, we've always overdone it in the gym, and if it weren't for ChatGPT, I wouldn't have known this. Now, I'd go to the gym nearly every day in a week, let's say at least 6 times a week, and I do that because my overthinking is telling me I'm not doing enough. So I go to the gym and it just helps clear my head. Now, I need to sort that out, let's say. That isn't the right mindset to have. with what I already do. It is too much stress on me, which is not going to help me on my weight loss journey. We just need to chill out a bit. We need to chill a lot more, not train as much, and just try and relax, not overthink too much either, and not raise our stress levels by overthinking and being anxious. But I've said this 2 times now. We're going to try and go to sleep for an hour, and then if that don't work, breakfast, and we'll catch you at the gym. Today is back in arms. Let's go. So we've now finished our shopping, spent £18 in Lidl's, and I'll go through what I've actually got when I get home. So we're back home, and let's just go over what we actually bought in Lidl's. So first, we've got the creatine, and then this has been helping me a lot recently. Dark chocolate is probably one of the better sources of processed sugars if you're going to have processed sugar, and I believe it's also just higher in natural sugars because it's dark chocolate. We've then got some blueberries, which are fucking amazing with my Greek yogurt, and I thought if I buy frozen ones, they're just going to last that bit longer, and it says they're freshly frozen, so it's going to hold all the nutrients inside them. Then we've got the bananas. We've been having these every morning with our oats, and bananas are one of the best ways to increase your energy levels in the mornings. And then we just got 3 bags of rice for work next week, and we're probably going to have chicken and rice most days at work. So now we're going to put all this away, and then we're going to have breakfast. It is 1:45, and it's a bit of a shit time to have breakfast, but it's fine because we're going on to nights next week, and we need to slowly shift our pattern of what times we're eating. So if we just increase the times we're actually eating each day now, it should hopefully help me with my stress, and also help my body just adapt overall whilst going on 2 night shifts. That's the plan anyway. I don't know, because I'm not actually a qualified fucking PT or nutritionist, although I'd say I know a fair bit. That's up to you guys to decide. But yeah, we're going to put this away and make our breakfast. Let's go. So this morning, or it is 1 o'clock, so midday now, we're going to make our breakfast, and we're actually going to do it on camera today, just so you guys get an idea of roughly what I actually am eating in a day. So first things first, we put the bowl on the scales, obviously, and set without hitting the bowl. That would help. Set it to 0. I did not mean to stop recording there. There we are. So first things first, we've got oats, and these are a good energy source actually. Helps give me energy for longer. We're going to have 45 grams of that. Next, we have the protein powder. This I bought in Lidl's as well the other week, and I was actually quite annoyed when I got this because 1, it didn't open properly and the seal's fucked on it, so we've had to put it in a bag, and it didn't come with a scoop. What protein powder does not come with a fucking scoop, okay? Personally, I think all protein powder should come with a scoop. So we've weighed the oats up, and we are going to put that in our calorie deficit Bible, as I'm going to call it. We've basically just been weighing everything up recently, which is something I didn't do 2 years ago. Never used to weigh my food. But if we want to get our dream physique, if we want to get lean and lose all that fat, we're going to have to start weighing stuff up. I'm trying to rush this so the video is not too long, but we did get that bang on. Beautiful. So that's 50 grams of protein powder. Then we got honey. Now this is a fucking giant honey, by the way. Cheers Lidl's for this. Didn't even know you could get honey this big until I'd seen it in Lidl's. Fuck, we're actually under, but we don't care, by 2 grams on the protein powder. That's fine. And I've been doing about 10 grams. Okay, that's 15, but usually about 10 grams of honey. And then we got the dark chocolate we just bought. What I do with this, just 1 square, don't need much. We don't need much sugar. We're trying to get sugar from actual sources. Now, when we put that in the microwave, it's just going to melt and it's going to make it nicer. We're actually going to have 2 squares. Now, what I'm doing here, I'm quickly just chopping it all in the app. So so far we're 500 calories and 40 grams of protein. That's good. And that's all it is really. And then a banana, just some sort of fruit. I personally like to go with blueberries. That's 50 grams of blueberries. Before I put the banana in, don't matter how much water you put in really, because water don't have any calories in it. So we just chuck a good amount in there, stir up the oats with the protein powder and the water, And that actually is really appetizing actually. Where the blueberries are frozen, it's just made it go blue straight away. Making it look really fucking scrumptious. When I do it with fresh ones, which you just put in the fridge, they don't do that. So let's just show you the bowl. That is looking good. We are actually missing one ingredient. First things first, before I put that in, I'm going to wash my hands quickly. So what we were missing, this is peanut butter, and it's a good big tub of peanut butter, to be fair. And we're just going to put maybe 2 teaspoons in it. Yesterday we did a whole tablespoon, and that was way too much. Let's try and get 20 grams. Now, peanut butter is the best source of fat, in my opinion. Obviously, a lot of people don't like it, and I don't really like it. However, when I mix it in with my morning oats, I get my fat in, and I don't really taste it too much. So what do we have left for breakfast? And there's actually 2 ingredients left, and that is 1, the banana, and 2, cinnamon. Because cinnamon is a seasoning, it doesn't actually have much calories in it at all. Which means I don't even bother weighing this up. I probably should, however we don't. And we put a good amount of cinnamon in there as well. Don't weigh much either, so there's probably about 5 grams maybe. It is not much. Now we weigh the banana with the skin on, because the app actually lets me do that. So that's 148 grams of banana with skin on. So we go to nutrients checker. So we have 2 squares of dark chocolate, 15 grams of honey, 45 grams of oats, 48 grams of protein powder, but we usually get about 50. We went under by 2 grams, so doesn't matter. 20 grams of peanut butter, banana, which is 148 grams, and then we had 50 grams of frozen blueberries, which means breakfast is at 778 calories and 50 grams of protein. That's a good breakfast. That's a very good breakfast. We're getting a good amount of calories in, so we're going to have energy. And where I didn't sleep much, this is going to help give me energy and hopefully maintain my energy throughout the day. We'll give that a stir up. I'm a messy fucker. We're now going to chuck it in the microwave. So we're being slightly lazy. We usually put the banana in the oats. We haven't today, but that's what it's looking like. And I've done the same again, I think. I prefer overnight oats when I make it the night before, because it does just soak up all that moisture. But it is what it is. Still got the same things in as it would overnight, so we're still going to eat it. Then we're going to have another coffee, and then should be nearly 2 o'clock, and we'll probably head off to the gym. So I'll see you in a bit. A lot of you might be wondering why I'm drinking coffee, not a Monster. First off, I'd like to say I absolutely love white Monsters. However, on this challenge, it just isn't beneficial, and that's because all that artificial sugar in it can actually increase food cravings, hunger cravings, all that really. And coffee does the opposite, and I have no sugar in it. It's just black coffee with a scoop of creatine. Nothing bad in it at all, and I just find it a productive way to start my day. I usually have around 3 or 4 coffees a day, and I usually stop drinking them around 1 o'clock. However, where we're slowly trying to shift our routine now, we're going to have a coffee at 1 o'clock, and we'll probably have one at 3 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock, and then no more for the rest of the day. So we have it in the first couple hours of waking up, and yeah, it definitely has been helping me a lot with food cravings over the last 2 months. Coffee has definitely been a game changer on this journey, and we've just said to ChatGPT, because he gives me some good facts. I said, why is coffee good on this gut? Appetite control. Caffeine can reduce hunger. So we've already said that. More energy when calories are lower. There's only 2 calories in coffee. And I do want to apologise because the kettle is very loud. It can also slightly increase how many calories I'm burning, help training intensity. Oh, and according to ChatGPT, it could be useful for my night shift specifically because of all the mess with my energy, my hunger, sleep rhythm and mood. That's good to know. Now, I've been using ChatGPT a lot because that is the challenge for next month, and I thought, why not abuse ChatGPT and just ask it everything? Obviously we overthink, we're anxious and we're highly ambitious, so we're going to make a video about that actually, highly ambitious, and how it can actually mess up your goals as well. It's a good thing being highly ambitious, but we'll talk about that in another video. So it says here 2 to 3 coffees a day is fine. That's usually how many I'd have in a day anyway. Kettle's almost boiled. We'll have a coffee. We're going to let our breakfast go down for a bit, so we might go play some Xbox, because I haven't played Xbox in absolutely ages, and this camera's got 3%, so we're going to play Xbox, charge up the camera, charge up the microphone, then we're going to go to the gym and hit, what was it? Back and arms today, back and arms. So I will catch you at the gym. So we've just got to the gym. This idiot has forgot the magnet. So the mic's going on the hat for the full workout. Might be a bit annoying. We'll see how it goes. Quickly go and chug this because it's got salt in and I don't really want to be drinking salt water down there. We did want to do sauna, but there's no staff here to turn the sauna on. Fuck. Right, let's go start this workout. We're going to start with some pull-ups. If we can grab the bar. Truth be told, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, not a TikToker or somebody who makes short-term content. So we're now going to use shorts just to go over what we've done each day, what we've ate, and how many steps we've hit or whether we've been gym or not. So a little heads up, we are going to be doing a video. For the next month, we are going to be letting ChatGPT decide our diet. We started that this week, so today's Wednesday. We're 3 days into it so far now. And today we haven't been gym because one thing ChatGPT has been saying to me is I've been overdoing it and I'm not getting enough sleep. And obviously sleep's important for recovery, so we need to get more sleep in. So on the days we work now, we're going to try and get more sleep and go gym less on when we're working, because we can still fit a 4-day gym week around work. So that's what we're going to try do. Today we hit 19,000 steps and we have eaten a total of 2.2 calories, which according to ChatGPT is how much I need to be consuming because of my job and how much I burn at work, along with me going to gym as well. So we've had 2.2 calories today. We've had 70 grams of fat, 148 grams of protein, 30 grams of fiber, 238 grams of carbs. Another thing we weren't doing, we weren't getting enough fiber and we were not getting enough carbs before. We are now making sure we get enough of those. So we went over our fat as well. We're meant to hit 60 a day according to ChatGPT. So let me just pull up what has been said, and I will share this on screen in the video, but I'm briefly just going to go over it. So we need to eat 155 grams of protein, 60 to 65 grams of fat, and 250 to 270 grams of carbs, according to ChatGPT. Now, obviously, if we're over by 10, I don't need to stress it too much. According to ChatGPT, I messaged them earlier, I've went over my fat by 10. What do I do? They said, don't stress it. You have days like that. So we're chilling on that part. Another thing ChatGPT has done, we've also got it to write us a workout. So we only need to go gym 4 days a week now, and this is the workout ChatGPT has gave me. So on day 1, we have upper chest and width. Now we're not going to go through the workout here. We may film it in another video, just go over what ChatGPT's got me doing. Day 2 is lower and abs, so technically legs and abs. So technically this is kind of an Arnold split in a way. And then day 3, we've got back and arms. So maybe it's not an Arnold split, I do apologise. And then day 4 is delts and aesthetic builder according to ChatGPT, which is what they're calling it. But it does just look like shoulders and abs according to this. Yeah, it is looking like shoulders and abs. So we have to hit abs twice a week. We've also got ChatGPT to write us a little meal or an example of what we should be eating. And what that is looking like is for breakfast, oats, protein powder, berries, and a tablespoon of peanut butter. Now we don't have to eat that, but we have to eat something similar to that, and it has to fit in my calories. Meal 2, we got 150 grams of chicken, 200 grams of rice, broccoli or peppers, or just any veg I'm eating because we're not following it exactly, and a tablespoon of olive oil. We haven't been doing that, I cannot lie, but who cares. And then pre-workout, we got banana and a Greek yogurt, but what we take for pre-workout is a squares bar. We don't care. As long as we're staying roughly within the 2.2 calories, 150 grams of protein, or whatever it was I just said, as long as we're keeping near that, it's good. And we also need to eat Greek yogurt with berries before bed. There is another meal in there, which is prawns or lean beef, potatoes or rice and veg. But the main one we need to talk about is the Greek yogurt before bed. Now, before bed, I just eat my protein throughout the day. However, I didn't realise another thing that was fucking me up. Where I'm not eating sugar, in the night my insulin levels will be dropping, and the Greek yogurt and fruit just helps keep insulin levels steady throughout the night. So that's something else we started doing. Also, fibre in it. And we are doing this challenge till March 26th, and we're not going to explain why we're doing that now, why it's that date exactly. If you could put 2 and 2 together, then you have an idea of another video idea coming up. But that's where we're at. So for the next month, ChatGPT is going to be deciding my diet till March 26th. And if you know what that date is, then I'll see you there. If you don't know what that date is, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to spoil any more videos coming up. But that's all I got to say. I just thought I'll post a little update of what we will be doing. Peace out.
Morning all. So I probably got up about half an hour, 45 minutes ago, and we've now making a coffee, bit of creatine in, and we're gonna have breakfast. And here's the breakfast. So here we have oats. Let's just go over what we actually have in here whilst we're doing this. So we have oats, and we've got protein powder, bit of peanut butter, bit of honey, 2 squares of dark chocolate, and a banana. Now that's 1,000 calories, a bit of a bigger breakfast this morning, and 60 grams of protein for breakfast. A good start to the morning. Breakfast, the most important meal of the day. It's probably the best 1,000 calorie breakfast you could have. So today in the gym, obviously we're letting ChatGPT decide our physique for the next 30 days. We are doing everything ChatGPT tells me to do. He has written me a rough idea of what my diet should look like. He's written me a workout plan. I say he, it is a robot. Yeah, told me how much protein to have, how much fat, how much carbs, and an example of a daily structure. So today is lower and abs. So when we go to the gym, we'll get that done. But we'll catch you there. So I'm gonna eat this, drink my coffee with creatine. Before I go though, one thing I want to talk about. I have fucked my thumb. I went to play some pool yesterday. There's a boxing machine. Of course I'm gonna have a go on a fucking boxing machine. They're there, you swing, you know what I mean? Yeah, except I had my coat on. It's quite a weighty coat. Punched the punching bag. I ended up going through it, punching the side of the machine. My thumb is now fucked. Like, it's super stiff. But we're still going to go to the gym. So we'll catch you there. Peace out. Anyway, we woke up this morning and we're at 71 kilos. And let me just try and show off my physique. Bit of natural lighting behind me, so I don't know if it's going to help. First things first, I think the gyno might be going. So yeah, chest is starting to look big. I always had a layer of fat here underneath my chest, and it seems to be going now. From what I can see, it looks like my gyno might be gone. Chest wise, or not chest wise, sorry, ab wise, there's no much stubborn fat there now. I think it's just a case of training our abs now, and we should have them. Now you're probably wondering, why am I out filming this late? It is nearly 12 o'clock at night, and we are trying to balance YouTube with our job, and we've just finished our day shifts, which I've done for a month, and now I'm doing a month and night. So instead of crashing my sleep, and we still need recovery is very important during this cut. We are slowly just increasing the time we go to bed every night, and making sure we're getting at least 8 hours, so we're getting a good recovery time, we're getting proper recovery, because sleeping and recovery on a cut is a lot more important than I first thought. And if it weren't for ChatGPT, I wouldn't now know this. But without sleep, without recovery, your stress levels rise, and if you have high stress levels, it's going to make it 10 times harder for you to cut this weight. I'm very happy with the progress I made so far. We are out and it is 12 o'clock at night. We have a lamppost behind us,
I am very tempted to take my shirt off right now and see what type of shots we can get while we're here. So let's do it. Let's have a look. I don't think the lighting's as good as I want, or not as good as I thought, but we've definitely lost a lot of weight. Our physique is looking very good. I'm very happy with the progress I've made. So we're out here, 12 o'clock at night, and truth be told, we've changed a lot within these last 2 months. We're putting in the work. I'm in a lot better of a headspace than I was when I started this challenge, although I still overthink. I'm still anxious at times. We're all human. It's gonna happen. We are on track to get as lean as we can. Got to stay focused now. So we're gonna end the video here. This is week 1 of letting ChatGPT decide my diet. Thanks for watching. Catch you next video.